You would like to soak in mud?
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
I think I would like that.
Okay.
Sounds relaxing.
I just envision a UTI. I just can't, right? Like it's mud. I don't
I
know.
didn't think of that. No, you know what?
Yeah, no,
You're
right?
right.
Yeah.
If somebody could please weigh in and tell me if you've done a mud bath and if that has been the result, and you can
Yeah.
inbox us if you don't want to be out there talking about it.
Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode number 15, Birthday Blues Cruise. That's all right.
Appropriate.
Yeah. We start out with Kiki meeting up with Julia at the pool, and the other girls were doing aerobics. Well, not all the other girls. Guerdy, Larsa, Marysol, and Alexia were doing aerobics. I guess Stephanie was there
80s
too.
Outfits.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see
adorable.
I didn't see Stephanie doing actual aerobics though, did you?
No, but she was there. She was definitely there because we saw her the end of the last episode.
Yeah. So they show pictures of the ladies in the 80s, and Alexia in her confessional said that she was dating a cocaine cowboy in the 80s and didn't know he was a cocaine cowboy. I mean,
I feel like she knew.
How could you not know that, right?
I mean, I feel like you know when
too.
somebody's throwing money around the way they throw money around, I don't know.
Yeah, I do too.
I feel like you know.
Stephanie said that in the 80s she was 4 and her husband was in college. Thank you for that.
It's so funny.
So the aerobic ladies are talking about dinner, and they're telling Larsa that they had a conversation with Lisa and that they want to move forward. But Alexia says to Larsa, you have to leave the past in the past. Like, you have to move forward. You can't keep bringing up the same stuff over and over again. She's like, yep, that's what we're going to do.
Well, especially because the big thing was her unfollowing Marcus, and she did that.
Yeah.
So that was the big thing when this first started.
So then Stephanie meets them at the pool, and Julia said that she talked to Adriana about her birthday, and she doesn't want to celebrate it because there is ageism in the group, because she's still really reeling about that the comment that Kiki made to her, calling her old. I really don't understand why it's hitting her so hard. I don't, because she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
Obviously, but I mean, listen, I don't love the fact that I'm 51, but I think that Adriana is actually letting this ruin her trip. She's really letting that comment, but I think deep down it's really just about her age. I don't think it's Kiki. I think it's just about her age.
Yeah.
And women struggle with that. But don't let it ruin your trip. You're on a Virgin Cruise Line, for crying out loud.
That's right. So then we see Larsa and Lisa are talking things out, and Lisa's telling her that she has anxiety about the conversation. And they agree that they need, this needs to stop. And Larsa, of course, brings up the paparazzi again when she just said she wasn't going to go backwards, and she brings it up again.
Yeah, and they flash back to the other ladies telling her, don't bring up the details. Like, don't talk about details.
Right.
And sometimes that's what you have to do. I'm going to breakfast tomorrow with a friend of mine who we've had ebbs and flows in our friendship. And this is what's gone on. Like, things have happened, but when we're good, we don't rehash it.
Right.
We just, you know
Move
what I mean?
forward.
Like, yeah, that's what you have to do. There's too many other things going on.
No, I get it. I totally get it. In the end, they both hug and agree that they love each other. And I thought it was so funny at the end. Lisa's like, maybe I should follow you back again because I unfollowed you. And Larsa's like, what?
I mean, Larsa did apologize for talking about Jody. I thought that was a big move.
She did. Yeah. She absolutely did.
That was a big move.
Just hope that this lasts. I just hope that this lasts because I'm so sick of this going back and forth bullshit. I really am.
Here's the thing about Larsa. When you're good with her and she's fun and ready to have fun, she's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But when she's fighting with somebody and going low, and it's not enjoyable to watch. And you could tell Lisa does not want this conflict with anybody.
No.
With anybody.
No, I actually really like Lisa. I do like her.
I do too. I think that she was married to a very controlling man. And I don't think she married him for his money. Like, I don't think that's what it was. I think she really loved Lenny. And I think she tried to stay in it as long as she could.
Yeah.
I think he has, I think he's just I don't think he's a monogamous person, Lenny.
No, no.
So, and I think she tried to make it work as long as she could. And she
Right.
wanted that family. And he wanted kids and she gave him kids. Like, I feel like she did everything she could.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that statement.
Yeah. So he's not even with that chick that he was engaged
No.
to anymore. He's with somebody else now.
And I mean, and someone else in their 20s also.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's really sick, to be quite honest with you. Like, does he
Yeah.
really think? I mean, come on. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's no George Clooney.
No, he's not. So the ladies cheers that Lisa and Larsa are getting along. And then Kiki said, maybe now we can work on Alexia and Stephanie. Adriana steps away for a moment and Julia says, listen, we have to do something tonight for Adriana's birthday. But she said she doesn't want anything, but we need to do something. So they agree that they're going to do something. Then all the ladies go to the spa. They had that whole spa to themselves.
Wait, how about when Adriana was like, oh no, and Julia was like, we need male strippers. And that one boat guest was like, I'm here.
That was so funny.
And he was like a total like guy our age with a dad bod. And they were like, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, sign him up.
That was awesome. I'm right here.
Yeah. So the ladies go to the spa. They had the entire spa to themselves, which I thought was nice. And I don't know if you noticed it, but they talked about, I didn't realize that's what they had. The marble lounge chairs. That's what they had on my boat. Those marble that were just like heated marble. Oh my God. They are the best.
Nice.
It is the best thing ever. It was the best thing ever.
That's lovely.
Then Marysol is trying to teach Kiki about a Harvey Wallbanger that is very similar to a screwdriver. And she wants her to order it. And Kiki does finally order it. I had to look it up. I couldn't remember what it was. And I still, honestly, I mean, it's vodka, OJ, and Galliano, but I don't know what Galliano is. What the heck is Galliano?
Me neither. I don't know. I'm sure it's another liquor, right?
I'm sure it is too. I don't know. Guerdy's telling Adriana about her going to individual therapy and couples therapy. And Guerdy's afraid of going to the individual therapy because of the trauma from her childhood, which is totally understandable. But I'm glad that she's talking about it. And I'm glad that she's doing it because she certainly needs it.
She definitely needs it.
Stephanie,
we all need it.
Oh, that's for sure. Stephanie and Alexia are in the mudroom together and they're surprised that nobody else is in there. I don't think I would have gone in the mudroom. I'm not really surprised, to be quite honest with you.
Understand what the mudroom, where was the mud?
She was putting it on herself. Did you see her putting a little bit of mud on herself?
I'm like, I thought you like were supposed to soak in
like
it.
That's like a mud bath. Yeah, I don't know.
I would like that.
You would like to soak in mud?
Yeah, I think I would.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
I think I would like that.
Okay. Sounds
relaxing.
I just envision a UTI. I just can't, right? Like it's mud. I don't know.
I didn't think of that. You know what?
Yeah, no, right?
Right.
Yeah.
If somebody could please weigh in and tell me if you've done a mud bath and if that has been the result, and you can inbox us if you don't want to be out there talking about it. But I never thought of that, but you are absolutely right.
Yeah, that's what
we need feedback on that.
Yes,
listeners.
Please let us know.
Yeah.
So Stephanie, it's a perfect time for those two to talk. Those two are together. So Stephanie said, no, Alexia tells her that she was really hurt by her. And Stephanie said, well, let me just tell you from my point of view. I was, in the car with you after dinner and I felt like I was in the safe space. And then all of a sudden on the bus the next morning, I hear from Julia. She stood up and said that I have too many rules, that you were afraid I would leave you there, and that I'm too bossy. And Alexia said, well, you are bossy. And we were afraid that you were going to leave us there.
Bossy.
Yeah, we were afraid you're going to leave us there. She goes, this was true. She goes, but then Marysol had other things with you. And then you had a lunch with Adriana. Okay. I mean, she's not allowed to have a lunch with Adriana? That's ridiculous. Honestly, that is ridiculous.
Apparently not.
Right. So Stephanie,
I personally think that that's ridiculous too. And I don't know if you watch what happens live, but Alexia was on and Andy asked her, like, it was that game he plays, Can You Defend Her? And it was all things asking Alexia if she could defend Marysol. can you defend Marysol for being upset with Stephanie for having lunch with Adriana? And Alexia said, yes, I can. I don't understand it.
Well, she's just being a loyal friend.
Yep. But I mean, Marysol, you're not like.
I know. So I'm glad you watch What Happens Live, because I didn't get a chance to, because I just finished watching these now. And you never watch it because of Andy. So I'm so glad you watched it, because Jen was on there too. So you'll have to recap it at the end of this.
There wasn't much to recap, but that's the reason I watched it, because I saw online that everybody was saying that Jen wouldn't answer a question.
Well, you could tell us now. What was it?
Honestly, she did. She didn't give great answers, but she answered questions. Mainly they were about Gretchen and Katie. And she said, listen, I think that Katie believes everything she said. I think Katie believes what she says is right.
Okay, well, because it is right, Jen, and you were there. That's why she believes it. You would admit to that, Jen?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. That's the only reason I watched it, though.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad that you did. So Stephanie, in her confessional, said, Larsa introduced me to these girls. And, I wanted to get to know them individually. Like, I wanted to have my own relationships with them. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her.
She's new to the group. I mean, Larsa brought her in, but
right.
She needs to, if she wants to stay on the show, she needs to form more relationships. You don't know who's coming back next year. Larsa could decide she doesn't want to come back next year. I'm sure it's not going to happen, but she could. And then where does that leave Stephanie if she didn't form relationships with anybody else?
No, I agree with you. Stephanie said, I'm sad that Marysol felt that way about me going out to lunch with Adriana. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. I listened to Anna's podcast this week. Remember we were saying we wanted to listen to it?
Yeah.
It's called Reality Court. You should listen to it. I now follow it.
Definitely
so she talks about like legal stuff that goes on, because she's a lawyer. So they pull like the legal briefs. And supposedly when she had talked about the whole Stephanie Massoud thing, it was like the word on the street was she was going to be sued. She was going to be sued. Every like episode since then, she's like, well, the suit still hasn't come through. She's like, I'm just reading legal briefs. Like, I'm not spreading rumors. I'm not saying anything that's, I'm just telling you what's the information. So it's not
that they're in default of any loans or having money issues. It's that they may be sued, and then they'll be involved in litigation, which could cost them money.
I don't remember what it was that she said, to be quite honest with you.
But I'm saying, like, Anna's not alleging that they're in, like, they're not paying their mortgage or anything like that.
I mean, foreclosure is a bankruptcy is a suit, right? Isn't that a legal suit?
Well, you have to claim bankruptcy.
I mean, a foreclosure, not a bankruptcy, a foreclosure.
No, foreclosure is litigation where, like, the mortgage companies.
I think, and now again,
so that's what she's saying.
Right. I think, I don't remember specifically, but I think that that's what she was saying, is that there was something about that going on. I definitely know it was a financial matter. I definitely know it was finance. Yeah. I don't remember the specifics of it.
Yeah. I mean, a foreclosure is basically a form of litigation, because the mortgage company is filing a suit against you. Yeah.
Right. So, but one of the things she was saying is she had mentioned about Alexia and Marysol, because she knows them. She knows everybody. Mm-hmm. She also does like recap the Housewives too. And I like to hear her take on Miami specifically.
I definitely have to listen to her. Yeah. I always liked her.
Yeah. Because she said, Alexia and Marysol, they do really have each other's back. She goes, they're two strong personalities. And one of the reasons they don't do their podcast anymore is because one of them wouldn't let the other one talk. And I thought, oh, that's so funny, because they don't, I never listened to their podcast. I never would, because I couldn't stand them.
I totally agree with you.
But when I told you I saw them on the after show and they were together, it was the same thing.
So basically, Alexia won't let Marysol talk.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just think it's funny, because when Alexia said, Marysol has these feelings, but I'm the mouth. You think?
Yeah.
You really think? Yeah. Yeah. We know what's going on. We know what's going on. Because she said, Alexia said, Marysol, just so you know, we're two different people, but we feel the same way. And if she feels one way, I'm the one with the bigger mouth. So you're going to hear it from me. And I was just like, really? That's just like.
So funny. I definitely have to listen to that podcast.
Yeah, you definitely do. Stephanie tells Alexia that she reminds her a lot of her sisters, and not in a bad way. And, she was really hurt by her, and she's really been hurt by her own sisters. And then Alexia completely understands, because she has a sister also that she doesn't speak to.
We never knew this.
No, did not know this. Did not know this. For 2 years since her mother's death, she she started crying and she really broke down, and we really got to see a vulnerable side of Alexia, like a real side. They had a real
Yep.
moment. They really
Yep.
did. And that's what I like to see, are real moments.
For
And
sure.
she said that they just started texting each other recently. I guess with everything that happened with Todd, I guess her sister reached out to her after she saw, what was going on.
Well, here's my question. She said she felt judged by her sister. I
Right.
wonder if this had something to do with Todd, because Alexia has been with Todd for more than 2 years, right?
Yeah, because wasn't she supposed to get married and then her mother died?
Yeah.
Right? I
So
mean, first
I
Guerdy was planning
wonder
the
if
wedding, right?
yes, yes.
Right?
So I wonder if her sister was judging things about her relationship with Todd because maybe she saw some red flags with Todd.
It could be because, as you
I mean,
can
we
see,
didn't even know she had a sister at this point,
no, and
7 seasons in.
no, and the thing is, you can see, you cannot say anything about Todd to her. You cannot say anything negative about Todd. I mean, she could say negative
That's
things
why
about
I'm
Todd.
wondering if this
Right. I mean, that's
falling out with her sister has something to do with Todd.
right. And she said since her mother's death, so she probably put up with it until her mother passed. And then she's like, I'm living my own life. Like, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to say anything to me. And she reminds me of somebody that you like to talk about, who you can't say anything bad about their partner either.
It's so funny because I just read on some social media site, somebody wrote, I never watched Miami before this
Yeah, I saw that
season.
too. I saw that too.
Did you see it?
I thought it might have been a comment on ours, but maybe it wasn't. I saw that exact same thing. I was like,
Yeah, I don't think it was on one of
it may
our
not have
posts, but
been.
they were like, I feel like Alexia reminds me so much of Teresa from New Jersey. I'm like, my God, I've literally been saying this for like
I know.
5 years.
She's like, her mannerisms, the way she talks. And I was like,
Absolutely. They fucking look alike.
I do.
If you put dark hair on Alexia, you would think it was Teresa and vice versa.
Yeah.
No, they are like literally the same person. Do you think Teresa's I know we're getting off track here, but do you think
Imagine that.
Teresa is positioning herself to be on Miami by they just did that big spread in a Miami magazine, her and Louis.
Anna talks about that too. Is it Anna?
I got to listen
Is it
to
Anna
Anna.
that talks about that? Somebody talked about that. Oh, who talked? Oh, they
Was it
went
Jeff
down to,
Lewis? Because I just listened to Jeff Lewis.
no, it definitely wasn't Jeff Lewis. They said that she did this whole spread and they're positioning themselves as though like they're like Latin and this whole Latin culture. Nobody in Louis' family speaks Spanish. Teresa doesn't speak Spanish. Louis doesn't speak Spanish. His father doesn't speak Spanish. Nobody in his family speaks Spanish. And they're
Right,
trying to go down to Miami to be on, supposedly they paid for that cover. They
yes.
paid for it.
Yeah. So
And
that's what I'm saying. Like, because
did I hear
listen,
that?
everybody on Miami has, I think except Larsa, she doesn't really have a Latin background,
No.
right? I apologize.
I think she's Armenian. I think she's Armenian.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
But the rest of them have a Latin background, I believe, right? Latin heritage.
Adriana, Marysol, Alexia, Stephanie. Well, I mean, Guerdy
Not
and
Guerdy.
Kiki, they're
And
both
Guerdy and
Haiti.
Kiki are both Haitian, yeah. But they grew up.
They've been in Miami
they've been in Miami long enough.
Yeah, they've been in Miami a long time.
I just feel like they wouldn't fit, but I feel like that's what they were doing. They were trying to get that spread. And yes, talking about how they speak Spanish at home. Yeah.
Crazy.
So crazy. However, if they were to join Real Housewives of Miami, we would probably get the true story of what happened with Louis stalking Alexia in other
No
countries.
way. No, we're never going to. No. Who's going to
I
admit to that?
think that we will, because Alexia and Teresa on the same show, they're never going to get along. It's not going to happen.
Oh, no, they would never get along.
And we'll see who the real Barracuda is and who's going to come out on top. And if it's Alexia, she's going to tell us the real story. I'm almost here for it. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know. I don't want to see it. I'm not here for it.
I can't see Teresa on Jersey anymore. So please just put her on Miami or give her her own show. Give her her own show. Then I don't have to watch it.
Okay. So the Stephanie Alexia thing, they hug it out. They're crying. They both agree to work on their delivery. That ends. The ladies are all wearing red tonight for the Scarlet, whatever they're calling it, the Scarlet party. And Lisa is the first one there again.
Again.
And she talks about how she sets a timer for each thing that she does. And when she added it up, she figured out how long it takes for her to get ready. And it's a minimum of 3 hours. And she's not doing her own hair and makeup.
Listen,
what? She's cleaning her jewelry?
I don't know why it took Lisa so long to add.
I love her, though. I really do.
But I'm so thankful she did.
I really love her. I do.
I don't know if she had to use the calculator app on her phone to do that.
She may have. I do like her.
I'm happy she did it. I like Lisa too.
So Guerdy shows up and she is wearing a red latex outfit with a mask. I don't think
Larsa said she looks like she's going to a swingers party in Fort Lauderdale. And I think Larsa was right.
Yeah, I did not like that. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, and I like Guerdy. I don't like Guerdy's, I don't like her attire this whole season. She has said that she's going for a certain look, and there's definitely a certain look she's going for. She's going for the kind of like outer space, avant-garde. She's not, it's a look. I'll give it that. It's not a look
it's a look, and
it's a look.
To me,
and I love Guerdy.
I know, like she can't do any wrong in my eyes, so.
Yeah, I love Guerdy.
It's definitely a look.
Then Kiki asks, when is the last time you got laid? I don't know why she has to be so crass about it. And Alexia said 2 days ago. And they're like, well, who? And then Larsa said, booty call. And Alexia said, well, no, he's my husband. My gosh. All right. Marysol yells across the table because her and Stephanie are sitting at opposite ends of the table. What happened with you and Alexia? She said, they're all good. In her confessional, Stephanie said Marysol has 2 faces, and depending on who you're talking to is which face you're going to get.
She's right.
Yep, I kind of agree with that. Then they bring out the cake for Adriana, and they're singing happy birthday, and there's a microphone on it, and she goes to take the microphone off, and the thing falls apart, and it says, happy birthday, Adriana, 32 times 2 minus 5. What? Who would do that? Seriously. Whose idea was
that? Marysol would do that.
Yeah, Marysol would do that.
Marysol did it.
She absolutely did do it. Yeah.
Unless Julia did it.
No, because Julia wiped it off. Julia didn't do it.
I don't think Julia did it.
No, you're right. It was Marysol. Marysol did it because it's her boat, right? This is her cruise.
It's her trip.
Marysol did. That's so low. That was so low.
It's ridiculous. And by the way, Adriana looks way younger than you, Marysol.
Yeah, she does.
Who cares how old she is? But that's the thing. Like, her age is bothering her. Why would you do that?
Yeah. So Lisa in her confessional said, why are we pouring salt on the flame? And the producer says, you mean salt on the wound? And she's like, oh, yeah, that's it.
That was pretty funny.
So Julia wipes the numbers off, and people are chanting, we need boys. I didn't understand that.
Well, because they were supposed to have the male dance. They were supposed to have the male dance.
I know, but did the people know that? Because it wasn't the ladies that were chanting that. It was the other
producers
people.
Probably told them to start chanting that.
Yeah. And then the guys come out with the shots. But prior to that, Adriana was giving someone the finger. I don't know who she was giving the finger to. And Alexia looked mortified. I don't know who she was. I mean, I think it was about the cake. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah.
All right. So then they all go to the Scarlet party, and they're all dancing at the Scarlet party. I guess that's Virgin's take on the white party. Because our cruise ship had a white party. And I guess the Scarlet party is what they have on the Virgin cruise ship.
Yeah, that was good.
I wouldn't want to attend a Scarlet party, to be honest. I would not want to be in all red. It's not my color.
You don't like to wear red?
No.
I don't know if I've ever worn. Oh, I wore red to one wedding. I don't know if I love me in red.
I mean, I have a red jacket.
I'd have to get a spray tan.
Yeah, I have a red jacket. I have a red sweater. I mean, I wear a red top, but I don't want to wear. I don't want to wear a whole red outfit.
Yeah, I don't typically wear red.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Huh. Back in Miami, we see Jackson brings diapers to Julia to put on the goat because they don't want poop in the house. I was like, oh, okay. We're doing that.
I know, because when I first heard them talking, I must have been typing, and I heard them talking. I'm like, wait, those boys. Well, the one's still in diapers.
Yeah, but I mean, it was for the goat.
Yeah, it was for the goat. Yeah.
Lisa is there with Logan. He's getting his hair cut. Kiki is in the car driving her daughter Summer, and she's calling Shamar, and he's not answering the phone. And Summer says
he's kissing a girl.
And Kiki says, well, how do you know? She didn't answer how she knew. I wonder how she knows.
I wonder how she knows too, but she's so damn cute, that little girl.
She really is so cute. And then Guerdy's going to her solo therapy session and Russell drops her off.
Again,
so she gets inside.
Listen, I'm glad Guerdy's doing this. I think it's important. I wish we weren't seeing therapy appointments with these people. But I guess this is part of her journey. And she seems to be taking it serious, not like Tamra.
She's definitely taking it serious. And I think, listen, we said this before, like we don't like to see therapy on these shows. But I think that because of what she's talking about, I think that she may help other people.
Yeah.
Right? I think,
that's true,
that because of, this has happened to other people, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Kiki was kicked out when she was 15. Guerdy was dropped over here when she was 9. Like, this is something apparently that happens in that culture that,
Sure.
It's
and not
tough.
Just that culture, other cultures.
Right. So I think it's going to help other people.
Yeah.
Guerdy talks about that, she didn't even realize that she was suppressing these emotions. It was Russell that pointed it out to her, that it was her trauma that was, creeping into her everyday life. And the therapist asked her, like, what is your earliest memory? And she says, her and her brother, they went to America. They were, dropped off and they were staying with family, people that they didn't know. And they were waiting for their papers to arrive so that they could go get enrolled in school. But it took them 3 months. And for 3 months, they were in this house. Like, she said, maybe I went outside 5 times. And
she felt like she was in prison.
She didn't even speak the language. She didn't even speak English. So yeah, that's going to be hard. At 9 years old, like, that's hard. And then she's like, when she did finally get to school, she was bullied because her name, like, her name is Alicia Betha. I don't know how you pronounce it. Alicia Betha.
I don't either.
Alicia maybe.
Alicia,
yeah. But she wound up using her middle name as her first name because Guerdy was, I guess, easier for them to pronounce and they weren't making fun with her. And now she's like, well, that's kind of my brand now. I Guerdify things. So I'm happy with that. But
they picked on her clothes.
Yeah.
And she didn't even, this is, listen, I've said this a million times. I can watch a mob movie. I could watch a guy get a head crushed in a vice. But shit like this, I can't handle. So she's getting picked on, but she doesn't even understand the language. So she doesn't even understand that they're picking on her. Like,
but she does. But she does. Like, and that's the thing, right? About her clothes. She said her clothes weren't right. Her name wasn't right.
She doesn't even understand what they're saying, though. Like, at some point it clicks, but
yeah,
this is what breaks my heart.
Yeah. The therapist said, you have to do the work to make the connections. And Guerdy says she's scared of how much resentment she's holding. And she's scared it may hurt people who've affected. And she's talking about her parents. Like, she's got a lot of resentment towards her parents because they're the ones that did this to her.
I think she needs to bring Kiki in and have Kiki tell her parents because she set her father straight.
Yeah.
And even Kiki said it, like, in our culture, we don't call our parents out.
Right. And I wonder if Kiki's been to therapy because, I mean, she's so strong right now. And I wonder if it's therapy. I wonder if it's therapy that got her there because she said, I have some balls. Remember last week she said, I have some balls.
You're right.
And that's what Guerdy
She's
needs.
also been in the modeling industry for years, though. And you have to have a tough skin and you have to be able to set boundaries because obviously we've learned from all, there are predators in that industry. So
yeah, Guerdy also says, I have an 11-year-old son and I look at his face and I can't imagine. I was 9. How could my parents do this to me? Because I could never do that to him. And I think that, that's when it really hits you when you get to that point in your life where you're like, wait a second, this is what they did. How do they do this? And the next thing we see is Marysol and Steve have Alexia and Frankie over for dinner. And they're talking over dinner. And I don't know, I'm sure you noticed it because they kept cutting to Marysol's plate. She literally had nothing on her plate. I mean, they must have cut to that shot 3 times.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Well, she said, and she even said, because Alexia said, are you going to have a little salad or something? She's like, no, I had a little vegan cheese earlier. Listen, I know it's always been the joke that Marysol doesn't eat, right? That's what they've always said. It's like an ongoing thing, right? And myself, as someone who does not eat a lot, I would put a salad on my plate. I would put food on my plate, even if I freaking moved it around, to be quite honest with you.
I know. I know.
Right? I mean, to have
Yeah, it was just
an
odd that
empty
she had
plate.
an empty plate.
And there was no
But
intention.
you're right. Like, listen, you don't focus on food at all. Like, food
No.
is like a non-factor in your life. I'm the total opposite. So
Right.
if you don't want to eat, you're not eating. You're
Right.
not going to eat just because it's in front of you.
I'm not,
So
but
people
I'm not
have to
gonna sit at a
understand
dinner
that.
table. But I'm not gonna sit at a dinner table with an empty
Right.
plate. Even if I'm
I'm
not gonna.
worried that people are going to start like she's got an eating disorder.
Right.
Like that's what I was worried about.
No, and that's what I'm worried about for her too.
Watching that. Yeah.
Right, because that's what it comes off as. And
But I don't think that's necessarily it. Like I think
I don't think that's it either. I think she's just, food is not the thing for her. She ate cheese earlier. She's not hungry. She's not going to just eat if she's not hungry. And I
exactly.
respect that. I totally respect that. But I feel like
right.
when you're doing something like this, at least put a salad on your plate. Like, she put something on your plate so it's not so obvious. Marysol asked Frankie, how your brother's doing. He said fine. And then she asked if Peter's aware that she's moving forward with Todd. And Alexia said, yeah, Peter lets me do what I want to do. Marysol said, Steve and I are not ready to like double date. Like, Steve is mad about the way Todd treated Alexia. And Alexia is like, yeah, no, it's no problem. And she's sitting there, he's texting her. And Steve is like, oh, is there a listening device here? He knows we're talking about him. And Marysol says, I told you I'm going to end up in the bottom of the Miami River. This isn't going to end well for me. This is the second time she said that. And I don't know if you caught it.
Surprised she would say that.
I don't know if you caught it, but Alexia was pissed. She was pissed. She made a comment. She's like, ugh. Like, you could tell she was pissed about that comment.
You're insinuating something with that comment.
You are. You absolutely are. And it's the second time she's done it this season.
How about when Frankie told Marysol to take down the drunk a little bit?
Yeah. That's why I like Frankie. He calls it like
Me
it is.
too. We all need a Frankie in our life to just say what everybody else is thinking innocently. But yeah, I don't know why she keeps making these insinuations. Like, you're insinuating something that you shouldn't be insinuating. So shut the fuck up.
And by the way, you're making Todd's case. Like,
100%.
Right? You're making his case.
100%.
Then we see Stephanie's with her team and they're working on finalizing the Christmas party. I'm so excited about this.
So we're going to say it.
Yes. Adriana meets up with her there, and she's going to be performing at the party, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. Stephanie's showing her where her performance space is going to be, and she's like, where should we put the piano? And she's like, I think it should go on the floor because I have a 10-person band. Whoa. Emilio Esteban, I'm like, oh yeah, she likes to throw his name around. He'll probably
Gloria
be there.
Esteban's husband, right?
Yep. Then Stephanie's telling Adriana, when I hear you talk about the music and the art show, like, I see you smiling, and I didn't see that when we were on the cruise. You didn't seem happy. We said that. And, she said she misses her boyfriend. He's been in France. And she said she's a very sensitive person because she's a creative person. I mean, I don't think one has anything to do with the other. I think she is sensitive. And I think that
yes,
that those comments really hit her hard. And she doesn't feel the love and support from the group. So
right, I think that's what it comes down to.
Right. Because she even said, I've known Stephanie for how long, and she's giving me this platform to perform. Like, all these other ladies, they just make fun of me. Like, they don't do anything to support me. I've known these other ladies how long? And here's Stephanie, and she's right. She's absolutely right.
Absolutely.
I would like to see Stephanie and Adriana have a good friendship. I would like to see that.
Yeah. Without the interference of Alexia and Marysol.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Stephanie tells her that Alexia told her that Marysol was upset, that they'd gone to lunch together. And Adriana points it out to Stephanie, Marysol had a PR company, and she uses her knowledge and her powers to influence people. And she does. Right. She does.
Yes, she does.
And that's when Stephanie said, listen, I know what I'm dealing with now with Marysol. If you're going to come for me, you better hit a bullseye, because when it's my turn, I don't miss. Yeah.
Such a good.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Christmas party now. That's my next thing I'm looking forward to. I want to see this Christmas party.
Yep. And listen, I stand corrected because I'm really liking Stephanie.
Yeah, I am too.
Totally.
Yeah, I think that she came off a little strong. I mean, the money thing and the
Yeah,
jet.
the flex,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it did come, but when you just get to know the person, I mean, I like her. I like her.
And she and her husband seem very happy and, you know,
Yeah.
God bless.
So what else happened on Watch What Happens Live with Alexia? Anything?
Not really, no.
Was there a good
It was
bartender?
kind of a non-factor. Oh, the bartender was one of the new he's a Dancing with the Stars dancer, and he said who his partner was, and I don't know who it is. Andy knew. I don't know who it is, but he was
Okay.
one of the people dancing. So yeah, that was like, I watched it specifically because Jen was, everybody on social media was blowing her up for not answering questions, but I thought she answered. I didn't think they were great answers. Like, she definitely had Gretchen's back still. She didn't say anything negative about Katie, just that Katie believes what she's saying. It doesn't seem like she and Tamara are in a great place. Ryan was there, Frankie was there, which was very cool.
Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing. I didn't take notes,
No, that's
but
fine.
nothing
That's
stood
fine.
out.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So until next time, thank you for watching and listening. And if our listeners have been to a mud bath, please let us know.
Yeah, please let us know.
We want to know, like, is this something to be worried about? UTIs, do they happen in mud baths, or just go and enjoy it? Let us know.
Yeah, because I never even thought of that, but you're right.
Yeah. All right. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.